Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if anything outside of my control happens, I can just stop filming and come back to it just after. At the moment, there's heavy rain coming down on and off, so that might hinder me a little bit. I was going to wait, but then I said no, it could be down for the night. So now these weekly Wednesdays are essentially a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. They are 99% model focused and they're 99% GW stuff, and it's 99%, 40k. There is terrain questions from time to time, which I do slot into weekly Wednesday, just so I don't have to do a question, Q&A about terrain stuff. Sometimes there's information about myself and what's going on around the workshop. And there's a weekly vote. The weekly vote is, I'll show you a host of models and you vote on them for what you want to paint next Monday. You haven't seen this week's Monday painting video, it's the Hexmark Destroyer. Fantastic model. Fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint, and absolutely amazing on the battlefield. Which takes me to my first point before I answer some questions. We had a battle report today, 2,000 points, Necrons versus Space Wolves. And it was a great game. It was a very good game. I'm not going to give you any results away because that'll be edited and put up tomorrow. But it's a good game. Very good. And Hexmark Destroyer was a good model in the army. Done a few kills and stuff like that, but it's more of a deterrent, and I like that. So I think I need to get 3 more. I think. We'll see how that goes anyway. So the first question. Do you play any other type of games from 40k universe like Horus Heresy, Kill Team or Necromunda? Now, Horus Heresy, I had a question about playing Horus Heresy before. I like the models. I like the lore and everything else. I just don't want to play that if I'm playing 40k. That's, I'm not saying it's a good game or a bad game. I'm just saying I don't have the interest in that when I'm playing 40k. Kill Team. Again, I don't really have the interest in Kill Team. I play 500 points of men when you can play a 2,000 point game, and hopefully moving up to maybe 3,000 points. But that depends on what I can get painted up and built and everything else. Necromunda, yes, I love Necromunda. I want to play Necromunda. But the problem I have for Necromunda is, even if Mark come and joined, there'll just be 2 of us. I need at least 4 to 8 people to play to have a successful, little gaming group to do Necromunda. That's the gist of that. What's better to use, technical paint or little stones for basing models? Now, see, that's a good question, but it depends on what you're doing and what you want to do. So for me, I gravel everything. I use the, I keep thinking it's railway coal, but it's not. It's Woodland Scenics gravel. I think it's medium. I think it is. The next time I buy a bag, I go to Dublin and buy a bag, I will hold the bag and show you which one it is. But yeah, with that, I like the result of putting it on the model. When it's all undercoated black, then dry brushing it with steel leaves and drab. Now, this is the type of effect that it gives you. Yeah, so it gives you the nice brown coming through and nice with the bits of black on the spray and everything else. But with that as well, that's steel leaves and drab, just dry brushed over the top. But you can come in with Baneblade brown over the top of that and do it the opposite way and give you different colours, or even another type of brown. Names are eluding me at the moment, but another type of brown can give you different shading altogether. But with the technical paint, and there's one thing I do like about technical paint, I use it on the demons. I use Astro Granite, I believe it's called. Yeah, Astro Granite. Now, one thing I like about that, when it dries, I then just give it a dry brush of Baneblade brown, and then a little dry brush of Trollslayer orange here and there, just to break up the base from the model. And
you see the model and you go, oh, that's fantastic, and you see the basic, oh, actually that's nice as well, and it just breaks it up a little bit. The reason I do that with demons, I want demons to stand a bit differently to everything else, but also with the demons, because when I paint demons, a lot of it's going to be contrast paint, so I just find it easier just to give them the black undercoat, then the Gracia spray down, and then just do the extra granite on the base, and do the black trim, and work away from there. Now, with that said, a lot of my Tyranids are contrast paints, but I started and I did the gravel on them as normal, and then I was like, actually, I'm going to use contrast paint on these guys, so I didn't actually plan that one forward. But I just have to work away with it as it is at the moment, and just, you know, if I come across a technical paint and I go, I like look at that, and I apply it to a model, whether it be a HQ or just something, you know, something, and go, yeah, actually, I'm going to put that on Tyranids, then, you know, that's what I use. But for the minute, it's getting the gravel treatment. Now, I can't tell you which one's better, because I use both, but I have seen people use the technical paint, like the Mars one, I think it is, the red one. They put it on, and when it's dry, then they come across with, they give it a black wash down and come across, start dry brushing it with a totally different colour that just really contrasts the red, and makes, you know, makes the red stand out even more, and makes the model's base stand out even more. One thing I would say you could probably do is the little box you get that has like three models in it with some paints and a brush, and, you know, start paint box. I think it's 15-20 euros, something like that. Get one of those, and then buy a couple of different technical paints. Okay, and then just try each one out on the basis of which one you like. Alternatively, you see how the gravel works, and, you know, you can even get the stones from outside, sand and beach, or, you know, anything like that, and just use that sort of stuff. But that's the best way of doing it is just have a few test models, and with the test models, then just try them out, or buy yourself a packet of bases. Actually, might be the same sort of price, and then buy the technical paint and just try every single one, and try a couple of gravel ones with different types of gravel, or the same gravel but on, say, two bases, then a different gravel on, say, two bases. Give the gravel an undercoat spray down, because that's the best way of doing that, and then come in with some different dry brushes, and just really just try it what you like, because you could find it really nice to do, like I do on demons, one technical paint. Say on Tyranid Army, you could be a different technical paint. Chaos Space Marines could be like the cracked earth type, and you could really like all that sort of stuff. You know, hope that's given you an answer, or not left you with more questions. Okay, this is a question that I had to read a couple times, because I was like, hold on. It's a question, but I don't know. When I first read it, I was like, I took it the wrong way. Okay, so but it's not. When I read it the second time, I was like, oh, hold on, now I know what he's saying. Why is it some of your painting models in your videos you paint are painted to competition level, yeah, and others are just better than bet already? And when I first read it, I thought, hold a minute. First thing is, I've never said I'm the best painter or anything like that. I've always said I'm an okay painter. I never try to be the best. I always just try to do what I can to something that I like. But to answer that question, why some models are painted better, you know, in others, and I agree with you. You know, the person that sent that to me a message, I agree with you, because I'll paint something, I look and go, well, that's tasty. I paint something else and go, yeah, that's. For me, it comes down to two things. The first thing is what the model is. Okay, so off the top of my head, the Kit Bash Bloodthirster that I built, absolutely amazing model, amazing built, amazing painted, Angron, fantastic. I know there's two demon type things. You know, the Vastor as well. Quite a lot of the Necrons are actually really nice, really good painted. But then there are a few other bits and pieces myself that I look at and go, oh, should I do this to that, or should I do? you know, and I'm not going to name any just in case someone goes, no, I actually quite like that, John. But the thing, it comes down to what the model is. You got to remember, for many years I was painting fantasy, and it was Chaos Warriors, Chaos Demons. I didn't even touch Beastmen. I started touches of Skaven, but that's, you know, Demons and Warriors, Chaos Warriors. That's what I was. That was my bread and bread and butter. Now branching off into everything else. Again, some things are just amazing. Some things even I look at and go, Again, that's my opinion, and I'm going to mention what I think is okay because some people might like that. I think that's fantastic, and they've done it the same way and gone, oh, why are you saying no? You don't. That's the first thing, what the model is. The second thing is, it comes down to time scale for me. If I was, say I was painting something and I wasn't under the time restraints of having, say, the Monday painting video, I wasn't under time restraints having that ready for Monday, and I could take 2 weeks on it, or 3 weeks, or a month on it, they all would be, well, nothing would be painted. Let's get straight now. There'll be one model painted here, then a few months later, there'll be another model painted. But in terms of like playing game stuff, you wouldn't be able to see nothing because it wouldn't be painted. An army wouldn't be painted. But if I'm on a time restraint, and sometimes it's my own fault, because instead of me going, okay, let's just, for example, I've got these striking scorpions in front of me. They are not going to be painted because I've already painted striking scorpion and dead versions. These are the fine cast ones. They're gravelled, ready to be sprayed. Now, let's just pretend for a moment they were in the vote and they won the vote. So on Friday afternoon when I check the votes, instead of me going, okay, let me spray them down, and then Saturday coming in and going, right, let me give them a dry brush of silver to get that metallic armour look, and then Sunday just going, okay, you know, put some colours on and working away and not putting myself under any pressure. And if it comes to a point where I'm stepping away from the workshop or I've got other things to do and they're not finished, then Monday afternoon I can just finish them off. Instead of me doing that, that's what should happen. Here's what happens. I'll see they've won the vote. I go, grand, fantastic. I probably end up spraying them Saturday afternoon or even Sunday morning. Then I'm distracted with other bits and pieces because I'm waiting for the spray to dry or whatever reason it is. Then I sit down to do them and I've only got like maybe an hour or two before I go do other things. And it's like, damn. And then the next thing you know, it's Monday afternoon and they're not finished. So partly that's my fault because I should just go, look, just stop this now and do this and do that and crack on with it. That's why I haven't put the Great Demon Christ Fate Weaver into the vote. He's sprayed down, ready to go, because I know I cannot put myself under that sort of pressure to get a model of that magnitude painted to the level that I want to paint it inside of a weekend. Yeah. The only way I could do that is if they were all, you know, the kids, the wife and the kids were away, and I could sit here till 2 o'clock in the morning just working away, go in for a couple of hours sleep and get up and come back straight to it. I try to paint everything beyond battle ready, but it's just, sometimes it looks great, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, if there's any models that I have painted and you guys watching this go, well, hold on a minute, John, you forgot about this one, this is absolutely amazing, or this one, that's fantastic, just check on below, you know, because like I said, I don't want to mention anything that I think's okay if someone goes, no, John, I actually feel like that, and upset anyone, or, you know, but anyway. So now I'm going to bring you down and show you the vote, guys. For everyone that's new, what does vote, what is it and what happens? I show you a host of models. You then check on below and say, I vote for X, Y, Z. It's not one vote, you can have 5 votes, you can vote for 10 things. Don't say I vote for everything because it won't count. But you could say, I vote for any of the Necron models, or any of the Eldari models, or any of the Chaos models, or any of the Space Marine HQs, or, you know, that type of thing. Sorry about that. I'll wait for them to have a second. Right, they've gone. Sure, that's grand. yeah, so if you chuck in the vote like that, that's fine. If you're not sure on what it's called, just give me a description in your vote. You know, for example, I vote for the big thing with the legs, or you know, that type of thing. And I go, okay, what's here with big legs? So it's only one or two things, you know. Or I vote for, you know, just that sort of thing. Just give me a general description of what it is. Because some of these names are absolutely crazy to try and even pronounce, and if you're trying to type it in, spell check might change to something else, and you go, oh, hold on, that's not what I said. There is a wild card, and the wild card is you'll find out if it wins. Now I do try and swap these models out every week because I'm actually getting quite a lot of models that are actually built and sprayed and ready to go. But if models get voted on, but they don't win the painting vote, I'm going to start leaving them in for the following week, just because they have been voted for and people do want to see that one, or they're chucking their vote onto that. But yeah, so I'm going to bring you down and show you the models and go through them, and I'll go through them slowly because a lot of people are like, oh, what's that one called again? But anyway, right, so we have the Howling Banshees. We have the it's an apothecary, biologist or something like that, which is this guy. This is from the 10th edition Leviathan box. We have She-Hulk, who keeps making an appearance. She will eventually just get painted up if no one votes on her. We have the Skaven special character, the Plague Priest guy, I can't remember his name. We have a Fire Strike servo turret. There's actually two of them. And as you can see, I started putting the base colours on just to give myself a head start. We have the Avatar of Kaheen. We have the Von Ryan Leapers. We have the Neuro Tyrant. Neuro Gaunts. We have the Eliminators. We have Asmodee, who is bent wave your finger because he's fine cast. We have the Demonettes. We have the Dire Avengers. We have the Catan Shard of the Void Dragon. We have a Unit Chaos Space Marines. We have the Ancient Blade Guard Ancient. That's actually from the 9th edition of 40k box. Oh my goodness, man, I've forgotten what it's called now. That's from the 9th edition box of Warhammer 40k. We have Gen Sealers. The new Skull Studies look amazing. Absolutely look amazing. We have the Venom Crawler. We have the Dark Apostate that was built the other day. Missing one of his guys because the piece is missing, so he will be built. He will be converted to be able to be used at a later date. We have the Hive Tyrant that I can't even field because I don't have any Tyrant card. We have the Pink Horrors, and we have the Necron Triarch Destroyer. It's absolutely beast of a model. Absolutely huge. Now the Triarch did make an appearance in the game today, but I wanted to get paint on him, but I didn't want to paint him because I wanted to put him in for the vote for you guys to vote on. Same as the Doomstalkers. One of them has a bit of blue on his shoulders, but that's because I had it on the wet palette. But I haven't done nothing to him, so again, they will come into the vote again probably next week or the week after, if I haven't already painted them up. But so how you chuck your vote in is you just comment on this video with what model you want or models you're voting for, and whichever one has the most votes come Friday is the one that starts the painting video from Monday. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. Now there's so much to get done here, and just at the moment with work, there's a lot going on. Next week does a stock take, so there's a lot of things that I have to do between now and Monday. That just when I get home, I'm a little bit mentally drained because it's just a lot of silliness getting it ready, but it's a different story altogether. Yeah, I look at the votes on Friday, and then I just start making a video from there. I do need to try and get a cheeky painting video in from time to time, but do I do a cheeky painting video? Do I work on the terrain video? Yes, there's a terrain video on the way. Do I work on that, or do I do a let's build? That's the dilemma I have at the moment. I still want to get the Marvel Crisis Protocol starter box built, which is in the same amount of models, but I need a good amount of time to get it done, but I just don't have time. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's all for this week. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but helps the channel in a massive, massive way. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more people to bring them into the community. If you have any questions for me, check comment below on this video with your question. If I think you need an answer straight away, I'll answer you straight away. And I'll still, whether I answer you straight away or not, I'll still address the question next weekly Wednesday, just for everyone else to asking the same thing. There is no silly questions. Okay, there is nothing silly. We all started off, at the beginning, or we was all doing something this way, that way, and then realised afterwards, someone said to us, yeah, there's no silly questions. Now, hit the buttons for me, guys. And until next week, or until next time, take it easy.